Yeah. Begin by understanding you need to surround yourself with white light. Call for the cube of light, the cube of white light to be around you. And you're in the center of the cube. And Michael's in the south, Gabriel's in the west, yours in the north, Raphael's in the east. And you're in the center of this cubic crystal. At the top of the cubic crystal there's a pyramid, which is right above your head. And you're sitting on a cushion in the center of the circle with peace to all beings, with your pink mat that your cushion is on. And you're there, reflecting and understanding. And then looking through one side of the cube, you'll see certain images. Looking through the west, you'll see certain images. Looking through the north, you'll see certain images. Looking through the east, you'll see certain images. And looking through the south, you'll see certain images. Looking below you, you'll see certain images. Looking above you, you might not see images, but you'll feel the images. And there's a pyramid above there that has an extension to the center of it. From the top down, it goes right through your crown to your root chakra. It's just sitting on the cushion. And your arms begin to feel the energy of the power of the size of the crystal. Now I need you to concentrate to think facing north. On your left is Gabriel, on your right is Raphael, and on your back is Michael. In front of you is Uriel, which controls the gate of Hades, which you're about to understand is present always. And the understanding of nature around you, the space and the invisible beings that are between you and the tree and the rock, that they are having the privilege to walk here amongst them. They recognize you. It's your turn to recognize them now. Yeah? It's your turn to talk to the trees and listen. Talk to the flowers and listen. Talk to the rocks. Feel. The rocks have a different tone, more of a feeling thing. The air, the crickets, the birds. You can convert all of those sounds to the language that you speak by the feeling within the tone of your bones. Yes. Each country has different languages, and by that they have to use dictionaries for definitions of words and the meaning of phrases, and some phrases are inexplicable in other languages. Same too with the divine language. It's a vibratory frequency, and the result of the vibratory frequency is a reaction you experience. Just as you see things, your eyes see things and perceive things, you react to their visual experience, chemically, emotionally, intellectually. All of them are combined in an instant. And that same process is going to expand even more when you begin to incorporate this divine force that is descending. And you're, ascending into it, but it's coming down on you, and you're going to be into it. It would be like you're in an ocean and your head is above the water, but the ocean's miles deep, and you're just a little tiny body there. You came out of the liquid, fluid breather as a fetus, an air breather as a human, and there's another portion of you that's birthing itself within you. That's we call it a thoracic breather. It breathes feeling. You can adjust it within the incorporated vehicle of whether it wants to entertain that feeling or not entertain that feeling. But it also brings up a judgment. And the judgment, you have to be careful. Peace to all beings. Because that being is the one that creates peace to all beings. And it is the being called judgment in the divine understanding of the Eternal Father. So peace to all beings is a calmness for yourself. Because you have many beings running in and out of you, flowing from one side to the other. You, I know, as yourself, you can feel these things. You just haven't petitioned it to be knowledgeable to you. By petition, I mean, I know who you are, you wait your turn. No, I don't want you saying anything right now. And same thing with the others that come there. You're the master of the command ship, that is you. And the impulses you feel inclined to do, make sure they're yours. And which side of the brain do they come on? Yours come from inside you. The influences from outside come from the interpretations you receive from your brain, left side, right side, center side, and the reaction you have, because your eyes already have a reaction to some of the thoughts you've had without seeing anything. And it's a creative processes that you're involved in now. So the understanding of yourself and the environment now is going to become extremely important in this world that you're going to experience, this new world. You're going through rough times right now. You have a lot of mentality that likes to tear things down, that enjoys war, that enjoys murder, that has this capacity for diabolical understanding of what spiritual teaching's about. They moved into the control thing. The mother said it. This is the final battle with Satan here. They're in the final hour. But 1 hour is many years. You have to understand yourselves now. You need your protections up. You need your shields up. You need your prayers for the 4 directions. And don't forget down below, prayer below, and prayer above. Because you're really a sphere within a cubic understanding. You beings have the face squaring a circle. Well, it's a cube with spheres, multiple spheres within the cube. Each one's got one of your personalities in it that reflects upon the understanding within the cube. And that's how these things are beginning to manifest now, as a moment of the going to say desire to be recognized, because as everyone wants to have this idea of recognition of self. But you have to do something with yourself and that recognition. You don't need the applaud of the human condition. That's what many seek. What you need is the applaud of the spiritual condition, because then you call more spiritual forces to help and protect you. And they have an honor toward you, for you even be able to understand them a little bit. And they support you in that understanding. Because you are responsible for souls, entities, not just body humans. You're responsible for the knowledge, number 1, that there are souls. Knowledge, number 2, that you're one also. And knowledge, number 3, the soul's growing somewhere, and it's always growing. And if you have, any of you have children, you have a responsibility for the children's souls. You do. You do. Because they came through you for your understanding of the spiritual responsibility of souls, not just for the human condition, though it might appear that in this world. But there's this knowledge of continuity of consciousness, beings called eternity, life forever, the ability to be in and being, be a being and be in a being. The idea that you have been granted the permission to be within a body. I'm not talking about the body itself. I'm talking about the spiritual forces within you that are in the body. That is a granted permission thing. You've been allowed to be here. Now, in this understanding of being allowed to be here, you will feel who allowed you to be here. And then there's a responsibility and authority with it. And that's why after you understand peace to all beings, you're going to have to understand mercy to all beings. That's the next level up. Because with peace to all beings, there comes calmness and calmness and calmness and calmness. So you can at least communicate understanding in a vibratory frequency. Mercy is when the greater power comes and it is pressing. And you're going to have to put your hand up and ask for mercy, mercy, mercy. And the body, until the body can incorporate the more divine power. And then begins responsibility for your thought. What you're doing with it. What you're doing with it. It is not the time nor ever has been, to manipulate thought to control ones and others. This is the process you're going through now, the understanding of that, and how to defeat it. How to defeat those that are trying to control you and the understanding of your divine responsibility to yourself and others. This is the healing quotient coming forth, entities. This is the miracle portion of yourself coming forth that knows how to do things, just by a command. For out the spirit that is causing the illness. You out the spirit. And how do you do that? Prayer. And the Hail Mary, I'm going to repeat it again. Satan does not like that phrase because of her humility and his arrogance and the power of he thinks he has himself. But she is more powerful because of her humility and the prayers that she uses and works with. And that's why you were taught how to pray. Now, I want you to do this. Find the Bible, look at Psalm 6, read it, and understand the 10th verse, for it says for your enemies to be ashamed. Read it. And as you use your prayers, use that 10th verse, the enemies to be ashamed, as you send your prayers up, so they can't take them. I'm not making this up, folks. This is for your benefit. All I can do is provide the information. You have to provide the application. You are in the battle now. You've been informed and notified. Your media is trying to control you one side or the other. Long ago we said, don't choose sides. Choose God and pray. That's what we said. You will be in the middle of the confrontation, but the light will protect you. And that's what each and every one is looking for, the light and the innocence of itself, the recognition. You are in confrontation, war, spiritually now. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. I would suggest sleeping on your Bible, under your pillow, or whatever religious context you are within, so the subconscious can understand it. I'm suggesting the Bible. And you have beings that are manipulating religions now. You know that. To create confrontation. My religion is better than your religion. There's only one religion, and it's life and health, peace, protection, and joy. The understanding of what is called Buddha frequency. Another suggestion I will make to you, get yourself a Tibetan prayer wheel. Spin it clockwise. Either handheld, table mounted, doesn't matter. But within the wheel there are prayers. And you don't have to say them. Om Mani Padme Hum. You spin the prayer wheel and the prayers go out. And you will receive blessings. You will receive these monks that come to answer and assist in the balance of these prayers. Because you're just learning what prayer does. You're just learning what tone is. You're just beginning to understand that maybe there's a possibility that things work this way. So get a Tibetan prayer wheel and spin it. And I will tell you, you will feel the difference within 3 days in your home. Because the electrical frequencies around with the prayers spinning around your house will balance a lot of energies. It will change things, so be prepared to understand the trueness of yourself. A Tibetan prayer wheel. Put one by your bed. Spin it before you go to sleep. Spin it upon waking up in the morning. Reflect upon the prayers of Our Father and the Hail Mary within the words of it. This is for your protection. This is what I'm saying. You can choose whatever you want. But the advice here is for your protection and understanding, for the perpetuation of your growth, your soul development, and that of your family. Because if you're vibrating a certain frequency, they will pick up the energy of that frequency. It's a genetic thing. You call it DNA. DNA is a little walking molecule in there that intercepts thought and processes the data to perform within the human condition, like a walking little computer. It anticipates thought, actually. And that's how times you beings get confused in your scientific understanding. The modulations of the prayers, you're going to have to learn to work yourself, because there's a frequency when you say them. There's a pause. Our Father, there's a pause. Hallowed be thy name. Pause. You don't rush. Thy kingdom come. Contemplate. Thy will be done. That sort of thing. And you contemplate, you feel, and expect to see. Expect to be shown the effect of the words within your body of the prayers. Expect it, and eventually you'll understand yourself more. And you'll understand what the idea of prayer is more. Now, with frequency modulation, there is a response to the knowledgeable self and the ability to change the frequencies within the body for the healing process to take place. For the healing processes to take place. Those that need it. And we all need some form of healing. We just haven't recognized it. The perfect health is understanding the perfect life within all beings, without judgment. This quality gives you perfect health and all beings around you perfect health. Feeling a sense of safety. Feeling a sense of safety perpetually. And the knowledge and knowing that your expectations are going to be filled. Wherever you are. That you understand that God provides, and the beginning to figure out how He does it with the assistance of the Mother and all of her children, the spiritual angels, the guardians, the legions of angels with the archangels. They're all here to help, and you're in that process right now, because that's the only thing that's going to save you is the angels. You can see your world is not working well. So prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves to be introduced to the angels, the archangels, and your spiritual guardians, because then you'll be known and shown what you need to do. We are through.